Super Surviving Divorce. I'm Sarah. Welcome back. I've been talking about the emotions of divorce. Going through divorce is very emotional, up and down roller coaster. I want to let you know acupuncture is a 3,000-year-old clinical medicine that is so effective at balancing not only lower back pain, which it's mostly known for and sought out for, but emotions. Acupuncture gets things moving and we process emotions. And divorce brings a whole menu of emotions that we experience. We may be experiencing indecision. There are points for indecision. The gallbladder channel actually is responsible for a lot of indecision that we hold on to or we're stuck in. There's nothing wrong with your gallbladder, but what's really interesting is how we have muscle memory and cellular memory, and when we experience thoughts or emotions, they have an immediate physical impact on our body. So like for example, a little kid, if they get scared, they pee their pants, and the kidneys are responsible for, processing urine. And the cortisol gets released. It's the fear hormone, right? When we get scared. And so it totally makes sense. Kidneys are responsible for fear or experiencing or holding fear in our bodies. And each organ is responsible for a different emotion. So if you think about all of the emotions that divorce brings up as we transition through, if we get stuck in one of them, then we're in trouble, right? And we need a little help along the way. So we experience indecision. Maybe not. Maybe you just are like, I'm out of here. Which, that's great, because indecision is really hard sometimes. And then there's a grief point, actually. And it helps us process or move through those emotions, and it's almost like you can breathe through them, and it's a natural process. It's normal to feel indecision, grief, sadness, anger, and then denial, whatever you're going through when you go through pre, during, and post a divorce, right? So there was one patient I had that I was literally treating her, and she was going through a divorce. And I remember putting needles in her ears at the time, and she was talking, and she had said, I realized I kept thinking, I don't want to be with you. I just want to be left alone. I just want to be alone. And she goes, and then I realized I don't want to be left alone. I just want to be left alone from you. And that was her point, where she realized that was her indecision breaking moment point. And at the very same time, it was kind of cool, because I actually put a needle in one of her gallbladder channel points. And I don't know if it was, she experienced it before, but she was sharing it at that time. And like I said, gallbladder is responsible for holding on to indecision. And it was really it's kind of when we pay attention to how our body feels and our emotions and just acknowledge them, then we can kind of go, and learn from that, and then move in a different direction. And so there are actually anger points to help us move through anger, because nobody really wants to be angry. That's not magnetic. That's not good to spread around to anyone. You don't want to be the angry person. So the liver in Chinese medicine holds anger or frustration or the need to control and have a list. And interestingly enough, the liver is also one of the good emotions is flexibility, right? Like a tree, which is actually the wood element too. So if you're grounded and rooted, and you're strong and stable, when a hurricane comes, you can flex and bend and say, yes, I can consider that, instead of just no, right? But if you're like a pine tree and you're just not rooted or grounded, the hurricane comes and you blow over. And that's kind of like, I know it's a stretch, but like everything's related to nature in Chinese medicine. So when we're angry, we tend to be very rigid in our ideas and what we need and what we want, and that's it. Like my dad used to say, end of discussion, young lady. And that was it. And then instead of being like open to consider other possibilities. So when we get our liver treated in Chinese medicine, we're more flexible and open and accepting, and then we can acknowledge our anger instead of just be like and fighting it, you know? So it helps us move through that. And then fear with the kidneys, sadness, of course, comes with divorce because it's an ending, and you know, your marriage is ending, you're losing your friend, or maybe your friends, whatever. So there's change. And so some people are afraid of change because that's uncomfortable and unknown. And one of the coolest things I've seen in acupuncture with treating patients, and a lot of times patients have come for emotional treatments to help them through their divorce. The acupuncture helps people feel grounded and rooted, and actually builds their self-confidence. It's in there. It's really in us. And the acupuncture kind of just taps into it and comes alive. And I've seen really insecure people realize who they are and what they stand for, and be able to voice what they need and want. And it's kind of liberating, and it's really cool to watch. And they don't teach you that in acupuncture school, but it's what I've seen from listening to people, and their self-confidence blooms. So if you're feeling shaky or indecisive or scared or angry or whatever stage you might be in, it's all normal. And dear God, acupuncture has gotten me through so many of the stages of divorce and beyond. And really, that yoga, running, biking, I mean, anything that, whatever nourishes you, right? Like if it's playing guitar, reading a book, or hanging out with friends that are supportive and kind and caring, do it. Like, do it. Take care of yourself, because you're the umbrella, and everyone you love, it's a trickle-down effect. So if you have strong spokes in the umbrella, and you take care of you, you will be able to better take care of the people that you love, especially the little people, right? And you walk the walk and set the example, and they will learn from your example. And if you value you, other people value you. If you respect your boundaries, other people will respect your boundaries. So divorce is hard, and I just wanted to let you guys know there is another option out there for taking care of you. And acupuncture rocks. And find a good acupuncturist in your area, because I'm sure there is one, and most of them genuinely care about people and your heart and your healing and your growth process. And it's more than just for low back pain, as most people know by now. So remember, you are always more capable than you think and stronger than you know. And Vitality Acupuncture LLC and Super Surviving Divorce provides actionable and accessible information to light up your path for hope, health, and happiness. Thank you. Please share and subscribe, or recommend it to a friend that might be going through divorce, because it might make their lives easier. Basically, that's it. Thank you.